Oh wait, I'm not ready. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Bitch, you better be ready. Been waiting all
Come
week.
on, motherfucker.
Waiting all goddamn week for this shit. All right. So, as you guys recall, we left off in the false crypt in the Restlands that you guys found through Petros's diary journal thing. We talked about the cache of undead fighting equipment here. Might be useful. Valan and Alafair were digging through that. Basically what was in the cache in that container, which you guys can see in general as well above the music.
The list.
Yeah, the list. So it's still there. So a lot of arrows, a lot of potions too.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop 2 of those cure lesser wounds in the old pouch-a-rooney.
All right.
So wow, looks like there's a lot for me.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of arrows in this thing is written. A lot.
I'm also gonna take a scroll of hide from undead.
Hold on one second. As fair warning, there's almost no chance you'd be able to actually use it. So you could
Okay,
you could
well, then I
take it
won't
to
take it.
sell. It's I just copied that from the book. I should have tailored it a little bit more. It's like intended for a paladin or a cleric or something.
All right, I'm gonna grab 2 of those flasks of holy water though.
For
As
sure.
this is happening, my bow starts glowing. I said, Valan, Alafair, why is my bow glowing right here?
In response to that, and what I was also just about to say, can I roll spellcraft for all the items that are in the cache?
Before Blake does that,
Well, they're labeled. It's not like it's
but like arrow of ghost touch, like would I know like what that does?
yes.
You know? Okay.
Because you have Ghost
Alright.
Slayer, yes. I'd say you would.
Okay.
yeah, well, as my bow's glowing and Valan and Alafair look at me, I hold my bow out, put my mouth on my bow, and blow into it. I blast out this green and silver crystally powder into both of your faces.
I'm gonna need the pair of you to roll a fortitude save.
Oh my god, dude. That's not good.
Yeah, that'd be 2 fails.
23 fails?
Uh-huh.
Is that it or they roll again?
Oh, that's it.
Okay. As that happens, so you will begin to experience a series of emotions similar to hallucinating. Except all of these thoughts will come from your internal memories. This powder came from the last mission I was with Petros on. A mission to the Mwangi Expanse jungle. The mission was to create peace among the people there. Powder you've just tasted. It's called the Mwangi-Fungi. The bridge to the divine future.
I'm like
I don't like it. Ugh.
This powder was the solution to their problems. May it be the solution to yours. It was given as a gift after completing the mission by the tribe's witch doctor and saved for a special occasion.
How long have you had it?
But it will serve its purpose.
I think it turned bad. I think it's not good.
Roll another fortitude save. Oh my. Alafair, you're still standing, but Valan, your limbs are starting to like lose control.
I'm just hacking up a lung. Literally just like drool running out of my mouth. I'm fucking snot coming out of my nose. I'm just rubbing
Embrace
my
it.
eyes.
Embrace it.
What? Did we roll again?
I'd say yeah, we'll go one more. Oh yeah. You're you joined him on the floor.
Oh man. Oh, I'm freaking out, man. I would say I kind of hear Valan whimpering, and I like try to like scoot up next to him.
I nudge it closer to him. And I just start singing. Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Again. Don't make me change my mind.
I join in singing.
As they start to cuddle up, I take out my handcuffs, and then
Oh
I just
no.
gently grab Valen's hands, and I grab
I will just
grab
give it to him.
Alafair's hands, and then
My
I
hand.
cuff them together.
Cuff them two together.
The two of you who are currently poisoned, the shadows start to lengthen, the contrast, the highlights, they deepen and shrink respectively. Sound gets almost a fishbowl like effect. It's the further away it gets, the more of an echo there is, the more faint.
Huh? Freak it out, man.
Roll 1d12 short duration.
I'm gripping onto the carpet like the world is flying beneath me.
You're in a tomb.
Oh god.
You're in a
Why
tomb.
did it
There's
just-
no carpet.
A
All right.
tomb?
You are you're in
What's
for
wrong
a
with my
10-hour
roll time?
trip, gentlemen.
10?
10.
What? I rolled a 4.
Oh, it's 10.
I rolled a natural 1, and then my dice decided to roll 17 more times.
I think I need to go home and take a bath.
No, I think it's best that both of you stay right here.
Take me home.
I'm literally clenching on to the grass and just like,
Yeah, you're like 10 feet underground in a mausoleum, so there's no grass, there's no dirt, it's just stone.
Take me home. I'm done.
oh no.
I don't like it anymore.
I mean, I'm along for the ride. I feel like I just took the last DMT hit.
Take me home. I'm done. I don't want to. I don't want to be here.
What happens
I
now?
take out my flask of acid and I start undoing it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Josh misunderstood.
All right, sorry. Yeah, as all this is happening, I look over at Widegrowl and I nudged him for us to walk out, like leave the room.
We just kind of I slowly walk backwards, stepping out.
And as I walk away, I say, "Embrace your journey." To Alafair and Valan. Let me step
I say-
outside.
Whatever shit you two got going on, figure it out.
Figure it the fuck out. And as I walk outside, because Darakb was waiting outside for us, right?
Yeah.
He starts acting like a crack addict towards like the part of the bow where I blew the stuff out, and just starts like pecking at my bow, like trying to eat, like fucking get whatever's left of it. And you can like hear him like almost like a dog sniffing on like a fence line, like sniffing all that shit out.
Do you lock
Yeah.
them in the mausoleum or no?
Oh yeah,
Padlock the gate.
Padlock the gate.
yeah.
I'm
Excellent.
taking out all the flasks that I have and drinking them.
Good luck with that. Let's have the two of you roll a will save while you're in there.
My character sheet go. Come on. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
DC 26. The room grows
Oh.
dark, and the walls around you fall and collapse with a thud, revealing the verdant brush of the Firiani forest of Keonan. Sunlight filtering through the canopy overhead, birds chirping, brooks babbling gently. Both of you see this, both of you feel it, both of you sense it.
Where are we?
We're home, buddy.
Home.
We're home.
This is not my home.
Yes, it is. We're home.
Do I know where I'm at? Like, would I recognize Keonan?
Make a geography roll. Probably.
Ugh.
I start taking my clothes off because I'm gonna go swim in the creek.
All right.
Assuming with a 4, I don't know where the fuck I'm at.
Not really. I was gonna also give you a +8, but
Come on, bud. Let's go in the creek.
I'm just like looking around, like, where the fuck am I? Where is this? What is going on? Like, I can't even remember where I just was and how I ended up in this place.
you hear a gentle popping noise from behind you, like a softer, like bubble wrap almost, like. And
I'll turn around.
a somewhat familiar man in green and gold robes appears, leaning up against one of the stumps nearby. Oh, you know where you are, lad.
Is that? Do I know you?
Gang, gang.
Of course you know me. We're the best of friends, you and I. The three of us, I'd wager. Hi, Valan.
Hey, Petros.
This is like a sunny area, right? Like by a creek bed, like kind of.
Yeah.
Like it's like a perfect day kind of scenario.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of realize like I'm looking at Petros. I'm in this place where I don't know where I am. And I'll look up and realize that I'm just standing in broad daylight. And I'll kind of like look at my own skin and be like, I don't feel anything. Like pull my hood back, kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this real?
Who's to say what's real and what isn't? Maybe it's real. Maybe it's some kind of manifestation of your chemically addled subconscious minds. Petros, as you remember him, would say something vague and mysterious like that, wouldn't he? Aye. Whatever.
Petros, I went to your funeral.
Did you now?
It was beautiful.
Well, thanks. Probably not being dead, but, you know.
I miss you.
Well, I'm right here. We're here.
Is this an actual projection of his real spirit, or is this like can I ask this in questions? Am I aware enough to be like, wait, like the mission?
Probably not.
Okay.
Make an intelligence check. We'll call it a 15. Not quite.
That would have been cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here, Petros? You're gonna give me some dirty some dirty fungi, and
I think you got
now
you got
you're
that
here.
taken care of. I'm a guide of sorts. I'm your guide.
Where are we going?
Well, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, isn't it?
That is something you would say.
We'll cut to the other two. What are you guys doing?
I whipped out some flay leaf. They're not going to be the only ones having a good time.
Yeah, we're hitting the bow, but we're smoking something else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Getting high, keep and watch.
So you
Drak,
guys,
Drak was flying around in their dream with him.
you guys are in the cemetery still though.
Yeah.
But we're like sitting on the side, like around,
Kind of like by a tree. Nice tree.
but on like the back side of it, because there was like two entrances to the cemetery, right?
Yeah.
In the front, so we're sitting on like the back side. Of
Yeah, it's sort of like an
this
A,
location. Yeah.
like the
Yep.
roads go that way.
Yep.
Okay.
Eating a little beef jerky, you know.
Nice. We'll cut back as the pair of you are wandering through this forest, sort of following Petros as he ambles around. The further you get, the more devolved it becomes, the less picturesque. And after miles and miles and miles, it's darker and darker, and it starts to get tainted. First, around the edges, you notice that blight starts to creep in, that there's growths on the trees and on the leaves, in the dirt and the mud. Lichen and moss that shouldn't be there. And you come up to a stump that's about 10 feet tall and about 20 feet around that has a doorway of sorts cut into it. And Petros will go to walk through and he'll turn and look at you guys and go, "Are you coming?" And step through into the darkness.
I'll just shrug and look at Valan and like and walk through the door.
I'll walk through right next to him.
All right. You emerge in darkness. It's dank, pitch black. All around you is mold and ancient crumbling masonry. It's immediately familiar to Alafair. Petros is gone. He's nowhere in sight. But the two of you feel the weight of Caliphus, literally and physically, bearing down on you. Something flits past the edge of your perception, moving just too quick to track.
I'll like obviously quickly realize where we are and kind of like back myself against the wall, and all of my drapes and hood that I lowered to feel the sunlight, I'm like now like donning and extending my sleeves and kind of like trying to view, and I'll roll perception to see what's around us.
You're still cuffed together, by the way.
Oh, great. Like
I see-
even
I
like
see-
in the
I-
non-physical world, like we're cuffed together, or like physically we're cuffed together.
Both.
I
Oh,
see him.
great.
I see him doing this, and I do the same thing as him. Just thinking like
Where the fuck? Like
this is the
place
this is the
not-
right thing
You
to
just-
do. He must know what he's doing.
You're
Alright.
a Vero boy that just pulled up to Avenue D for the first time, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
This.
Go ahead, roll perception then, both of you guys.
Thank God.
Well, it helps you can see in the dark. I mean, it is
Yeah.
pitch black. Valan, you can't see it, but you can hear it. Like light foot, but claw on stone. Footsteps moving very, very quickly just in the outskirts of the room.
What is that? Do you know what's going on?
Alafair, you see a pair of red eyes appear in the distance, getting closer and closer. and we'll cut back to the other two.
I wonder how their trip's going.
Oh, I can tell you something. At this point in time, I've built like kind of like not like a shelter, but just like a cover kind of thing, and we have like a little bit of a fire going to keep us warm.
Like a little
I'm like,
windscreen.
yeah. I'm like, Widegrowl, appreciate your efforts in helping me with this. Felt there was a need. I somehow feel connected to all of you guys, and I miss Petros so much.
I mean, who doesn't miss the bastard?
It's just
What I would give to see him one more time.
yeah, it's just at the time that we came to know each other, I'd lost everything. I'd lost my family, my friends had separated, and Petros gave me purpose. And then my bond with you guys gave me purpose, and I saw it last night starting to fade. And I just know it's not something Petros would want for us. So I had to make a move. I just hope the boys come out of this.
I had to dose.
Appreciation.
I had to dose my friends.
I had to give them a mega dose of DMT for their own good.
Petros spoke to me in a dream.
I had to macro dose my friends.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we sort of flash back to the darkness. It's eerily cold as these things with dead, beady red eyes get within striking distance. There's a dozen of them closing in fast. From the darkness, you hear "Estut milas," and a blast of pure, cleansing white light streaks from behind you and pierces each of the figures, which disintegrate, screeching as they like burn and flit apart. As Pablo emerges from the shadows, a little bit different than you remember. He's huge, built, muscular, and he's wearing a very ornate full plate armor. It's silver and black and purple. His voice isn't the same either, but it's the Pablo you know and love. It says, "Worry not, my brothers, the lady protects." And he just walks away and vanishes in the darkness. You look up and you find yourself standing in front of Petros' house, weapons drawn, each of you cuffed to the other with your offhand. As 50 or so zombies slowly limp their way towards you from all over the street. Darakb ascends to the highest gable of Petros' house, spreads his wings majestically. Both of you remember, as if bidden, an alleyway 12 years ago when you looked up and saw the bird in a very similar position. He looks at you and he says, "You must learn to set aside your petty concerns and work together or perish. The choice is yours." He looks on in judgment, and you snap to. The zombies approach closer, closer, closer. What do you do?
I don't know. I imagine like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean. We're like back to back, like, and we're like also chained to each other, so we're like keep pulling each other's arms. Like, how close are we talking here?
Within 3 to 5 feet. The first few of them reach you, and every time one of you struggles and pulls the opposite direction, the other gets cut or swiped.
Well, we're gonna have to work together on this one.
As he says that, I'll kind of look back and grin. And escape artist. Try to get out of the cuff.
All right.
Or can I do disable device, or is it escape artist?
It's escape artist.
Oh man.
Oof.
No?
Nope.
My God.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Just come here, and I'll take him and spin him like in front of me, like as we were back to back, and I'll examine it. Is there like a pick lock or anything on these cuffs?
It's almost like made of bone, and it's purely fused together. In fact, you're not even sure how they snapped shut in the first place because it looks like one solid piece.
You're stuck with me.
Can I arcana it or anything?
Zombies are on top of you.
Spell,
You're getting like
spellcraft?
you're
Yeah.
getting like lit up right now, both of you guys. Like,
All right, let's fight them.
So I guess we're getting like clawed at on our back. I realize there's no way to separate these cuffs. And I'll just,
it's a metaphor.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm kind of like blending. Like I don't realize like if it's real or not, or like what's going on, where I'm at, why I keep transferring all over the place. And I'll just look at Jared and kind of like, or Valan and nod. And I'll like touch the ground and cast Haunted Fey aspect. Yeah.
Nice.
And as Valen's kind of looking at me, like wondering what's going on, you just see these other creatures start to pop up, animals, bears, almost like we're calling people from the forest, other just wild creatures, the things that Widegrowl saw on the other planet, just all these distinct beings. And how do the zombies react to that?
They stagger for a moment and take a step back before a few of them slowly begin to lurch forward again.
I bought us some time. Wait, how did we get here?
Through a dark passageway.
Is this real? Are we real or?
You
I
see,
think-
you seem real to me.
The bird, I think if we make a pact, if we agree, it's our way out.
I agree to always love you.
I'll like take the hand of the man that raised him and grab him by the elbow and bring him in and always have. And we'll and try to break the shackle.
You come to in the crypt. Daylight trickling in. The cuff is off. Although you're sitting behind him. Like from when you flipped him around. Instead of being back to back, you kind of have him, you're like back to chest.
Oh, he's not on top of me? Weird.
It's very clear.
Last night we let the liquor.
It's been hours. You're dehydrated. There's vomit on the floor nearby. There's footsteps in the dirt leading away.
I check my pants to see if I pissed him. Like,
Roll 1d100. 51
like
and
the
up.
first
I'm
thing,
just laying
the
on
first
the
thing
ground
you
and I don't
do,
even want to move.
the first thing you do when you wake up from a blackout drunk. Like, oh,
You did not.
I just wake up and make that hungover noise like
I'm looking around. Can we see Widegrowl and Brommus from where we are?
It's up to them. I don't know where they posted up or they crashed at.
We locked them out. We were outside, right?
Yeah.
What's the Pathfinder version of Pedialyte?
Yeah.
but it's been 10 hours, right?
Yeah.
So it's morning time.
Yeah. So for reference, You guys were in here. Like underground, like it's a thing where you like walk down and you go in and it's like it's pretty deep. So they were
That's it.
outside somewhere.
I'd say at this point in time, me and John were like standing right inside with the doors closed, just like at the foot of the stairs, waiting for them to wake up.
Gotcha.
I look over at Alafair, and I realize that we've gone through a spiritual journey together. And I look him right in the eye, and I take out my dagger, and I cut the palm of my hand, and I say, "Tusk brothers," and then I give him my dagger.
I look at my hand, the dagger, and I look at his hand. And I'll notice there's blood on both sides. And I'll
As I see that, I look at Widegrowl and I say, put my hand on his shoulder. I say, job has been done.
You put your
Well
hand
done,
on his
brother.
hip.
Yeah.
I
then
reach
cast
down and give him a
murderous
little.
command on Drogba.
I reach down and give
I cast shield
give
and
Brommus
Archangel,
a pat on the head, like, this was good. This was good for them.
and then I scorching ray him. What?
I say, now that we're done with the dick measuring contest, I pull down my pants. And it looks like a grape moldy fruit roll up. Just rolls down the stairs, like 3 steps down.
What's that?
What the fuck? You might want to get that checked out, Brommus.
like a dead sausage roll. Like 5 days past expiration.
What?
I roll
the-
it back up. I roll it back up. I say, "Yep,
I
biggest
just,
one
I
in the
just,
group."
I just look at Alafair. I'm like, dude, are we still tripping?
Oh man. All right.
I throw holy water on his pants.
I say, "Well, how was it?"
It was
Uh,
you.
What the
I
fuck?
remember.
They just come out of the tomb. They're like, I gotta fix my fucking life, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta call Brandy. This isn't right. Oh man, their pupils are still big. Like,
Joke's on you guys because we saw Pablo.
You saw Pablo?
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you a single thing about him, but he was majestic and radiant. That's it. That's all you're getting from me.
Why wouldn't
it
you
was,
tell
it was
me?
just
And
Pablo's
and
face
really
on
handsome.
Kieran's body,
I
basically.
gave you that opportunity to see him.
Gave me that opportunity.
Yes.
Then you better roll up your fruit roll up dick and get the fuck out of here. Don't ever do that to me again.
As
All right. I'm so glad that this brought us all together.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that. As I walk out, just walk out of the room.
as I hear Valan recall that account, I'll like remember that we saw Petros. Like almost like a dream when you wake up, you know, and like you like don't really remember it. And then I'll kind of like remember why we're here and realize that like we're ready to go to the asylum.
Well, it's broad daylight, but
Yeah, but like that just, you know, like coming back to reality, like, oh yeah, that's the
Oh, yeah.
mission we're doing. That's why we're here, like seeing him, you know.
Mhm.
Because the room we're in right now this isn't the hidden passage in the house. This is at
no,
the
you're in
graveyard.
the cemetery, correct?
Okay, yeah.
The passage in the house is like a portal to another plane or something,
Okay.
which should not be accessed until after you go to Harrowstone for the first time, lest you die.
As I'm walking out, I kiss the owl floor
Is everyone walking out?
and I bow to it.
What's left in this cache?
You guys took it all.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No sense at gathering dust. All right.
All right, guys, should we go back to the house and then hit the old Harrowstone prison tonight?
Yeah, a couple of little logistical points real quick. So let's rest up for everybody that needs to do it. It's 4 whatever your hit die is. So Alafair is 4d8 plus 1 plus 4. So 48 plus 5.
What is it?
11?
No. 4d8 plus 5.
Oh, I roll.
I would just type it out as 1 next time. So okay, so 6.
Oh, I got you. I just had
7,
the quick
8.
roller up. Oh,
You got 30 hit points back.
max, baby. Oh yeah, I was at 3.
Yeah.
Forgot
you
about
you
that.
killed yourself when you cut your hand with the dagger. This is all just a hallucination.
Yeah.
Okay, who else has to?
I do.
All right. I think
Is
you're
it
also
48 for?
Yeah, you're also at 48. Pretty sure? Yeah. 24 plus 0 plus 4. So 28.
Yeah, that's my whole life. So
All right.
I need it as well.
Go for it. Oh, you might be D10.
48.
You might be D10. Hang on. No, you're D8 also. I think John's the only big one.
Oh shit. Hey, let me run to my car. 2 seconds while you guys are doing this.
Yeah, we're fine. This is just logistics.
I'm gonna grab a drink too.
What?
You put a space. So 27.
So that worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Sort of. It was like, hopefully it worked.
Doesn't seem like it. Seems like now they're just mad at me.
They'll get over it.
But they're a couple of fucking dweebs anyway, so
Fucking morons. People just don't get it, I guess.
generates.
I want to escape artist the cuffs. So you're back to full, Josh. Sorry.
I'm back to full.
Didn't mean to bump your page, but set yourself.
I'm trying to add all the stuff.
Woo.
All right.
These were in the car, dude. I couldn't leave these out there.
Oh,
Oh no, you know.
dangerous.
Those are crucial.
The moment I broken in.
All right. Jared, what are you prepping for today?
I am gonna go Shocking Grass Shield. I don't have Blade Tutor or Spirit anymore, right?
Oh, you still have it.
How do I have it when the ring's gone?
It was like you absorbed it from the ring.
Okay. Shocking Grass Shield. Illusion of Calm. And go with Magic Missile.
Okay. And then did I make Scorching Ray for you?
Oh.
I don't think I did.
Chase, my new tricks aren't in here either.
But I'm going Scorching Ray.
Yeah, I know you picked it. I just thought I didn't. I thought I filled that in.
I'm trying to remember which ones they were.
Oh, let me get rid of Thundercloud.
And then I'm keeping all my same cantrips.
Gotcha.
I can only have 4 cantrips.
Yeah. It's pretty limited. No, you're up to 6.
Oh, so I have them all.
Chase, do you remember what I tapped?
Yeah,
Misdirection.
I'm looking at the list real quick. I think it was Shadow Splinter, where you redirect it, basically reduce the damage to like nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the one.
but I got 2 more, right? Didn't I get that and something else?
Oops, sorry, Jared.
Oh, my bad. You do whatever you need to do. I was just looking at some. It's all good.
No, you only get the one. Looking
Okay.
at hang on, let me look at the chart, but just double check. Yeah, you just get a new one.
Okay.
That was like the only feature for 4th.
Alright.
Okay. Everybody who's got spring sheaths, put in what you're gonna put in them.
Yep.
Potion of Cure Light Wound.
All right.
Me too.
What's the game plan? You gonna go back to the house?
We're gonna go back to
Yeah.
the house, chill, wait till night. I'm gonna go to sleep. And because we were up all night.
I'm just talking to
Well, I would assume you guys like rested out there too.
Alafair the whole way. I'm like, did you see all that same stuff that I did?
Yeah. Just reflecting on that whole entire crazy fucking trip.
I'm just laughing and giggling with him the whole time.
Restlands be up at the top. So you guys are coming from here. And you're going to N, which is Petros' place. You get probably like halfway there. And you see Rad come like galloping up on horseback, like full speed, comes to a stop. God damn. You guys better come with me. There's been another one.
What is it this time, Rad?
At the monument, there's been another letter.
Yeah, go with
All right,
it.
yeah. Let's follow Rad.
Okay. I assume you guys just were going with them anyway. Takes about 15-20 minutes to get there. People get out of your way when they see one of the deputies with you, obviously, like hauling ass on horseback. When you get to the monument itself, the crowd is basically dispersed. It's not like last time where there's like 30-40 people outside. It's just a handful. You see, obviously, the sheriff, but you see Councilman Hearthmount, Councilman Murakar, who you met at the funeral, and then Chandra, your handler, is there. And they all look pretty disturbed. A few inches away from the V that was painted in blood is a large capital E, also what looks like blood. You want to look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
to examine.
Make a
Who's
survival
around
roll.
us? Like any?
It's like just the counselors and the deputies.
I'm gonna let old Brommy make that survival roll.
It just pulls a stick out of his ass. All right, I'm ready.
If I have to.
I'd like to interrogate the deputies.
Ask away.
I'll just kind of approach and put my hands on my hips and be like, so what do we know about the case so far? What do we know about this?
Promise you realize that that's pig's blood, not rabbit's blood or squirrel's blood like before. We just found it like this morning, a couple of hours ago.
That's all you've got?
And I
Who's
was
in charge?
the sheriff. What do you mean, who's in charge?
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here. It's right over there.
I'll go up to him and ask.
I'm just standing behind Alafair, kind of backing him up, you know?
Hmm.
I'm like the Watson to his Sherlock, you know?
So you asked the sheriff the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like, what do we know?
Yeah.
It's like, first citizens came and reported it this morning about 9 a.m. We tried to avoid drawing as much attention as we could, but word got out, obviously. There's tracks everywhere from all the people showing up. Footprints in every conceivable direction. There's debris. And we can't tell what was before the crime scene and after. You know what I mean? And we're not really equipped to handle this sort of thing. We deal with bandits and wolves, fires. This is more like, he looks around, like what the accusers would deal with. You know, cult stuff, witches.
You think it could be coming from Harrowstone prison? I speak up from the back.
The prison. I mean, it's just a bunch of old ruins. What would that have to do with anything?
Well, we're at the Harrowstone Memorial, aren't we?
He steps back and considers that and looks at it.
I all of a sudden grow a cop mustache. I
Yep.
promise.
Aviators on.
Mm-hmm.
Laptop.
It's like, yeah, Valen's got
It's
the
like, and
mullet.
why didn't you secure the crime scene?
That's what we're doing. That's why we're here. Look, we gotta put a stop to this shit before it's a full-blown panic. I agree. You hear the fat sort of windbag counselor Hearthmount as he sort of waddles up to you. The last thing we need is for people to panic. It seems like they will if things continue. It's already been hard enough times. What are we going to do? I need solutions, gentlemen, not hostility. One of the other councilmen, Murakar, the one with the lamb chop sideburns that you met at the funeral, kind of smiles. And he says, well, not to worry, Vashian. I think a solution may have presented itself. And he smiles at you four. You probably don't remember with all the chaos of that night, but we met briefly several years ago, a few hours after the occurrence at Clovis Crossing. He looks and grins at the other two counselors. Because wouldn't you know it, but a team of royal accusers here, in town. Chandra, who's standing behind him, kind of like looks around and looks back at you guys and winks. Like, she says, really? Here? Why, you could investigate these matters, couldn't you? Make sure there's no cult or a coven of witches or madmen trying to destroy our peaceful town. Yes, of course, agents of the crown. You've got the skills to sort this kind of thing right out. Help keep the peace. We could pay you, so long as you kept it private, 50 gold pieces per week. I mean, obviously, the nature of your status would be concealed. We wouldn't want to put the crown at risk.
Now we're talking. Vladimir Emerald at your service.
Yes, indeed. I'm given to understand Mr. Greenlung was once a ranger of Lozerai County. What if
The best. Don't forget that.
Indeed, the best ranger. What if, for cover's sake, we got, Sheriff Keller to deputize you at the town meeting tomorrow evening? think it would do
I think that would be most appropriate given the circumstances.
Chandra says, oh, it would do a great deal of good to reassure the townsfolk we have things in hand. So it's settled then. Sheriff? Says?
Maybe a little bit of like a party with the ceremony. I like a party.
She makes like a behind their backs.
Or not. Or not, you know, it's just thought it would be nice to bring the whole town together and, you know, we could introduce ourselves and, you know, really let them feel like they're at home with us and they can really trust us.
It's an excellent idea. We'll get right on it. We'll have a committee to form, party to plan, or a meeting of sorts, whatever. Anyway, my. The sheriff will look like stunned at you guys, and he'll look at Rad, who's pretty nonchalant about the whole thing, and he'll go, "What? You knew?" Yeah, man. Me and Widegrowl go way back. I was there too, kinda. He's like, "What the fuck?" You could tell he feels a lot more confident now that they think that, you know, officially Crown agents are here.
Gang.
As they
Shame.
trickle out, Chandra will walk by and in passing she'll say, "Good. That may have bought us some goodwill to throw off any observers, but full-scale riot here would be an unnecessary hindrance to our investigation. Let's not forget the real reason we're here. I'll await your initial report on Harrowstone grounds tomorrow morning. We'll see you at the meeting tomorrow night. In the meantime, Brommus, you bring up an excellent point. This is the second such event at the memorial. Perhaps it has something to do with the prison or its former occupants. After you map the grounds, I'll make sure that the city hall is available, as its records are, for you to scour, see what you can find out on that front. Good day." And she walks off.
What time is it right now?
Close to 11, 12 o'clock maybe.
Alright.
So just about noon.
Let's go back to Petros' house, wait for nightfall, and then make our way to Harrowstone Prison. We want to go at night, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me. I feel like shit.
I've still got to sleep this trip off.
I'll get in the kitchen and I'll whip you guys up just the right thing.
I mean, to be honest with you, Brommus, after seeing your penis, I don't want you to whip me up anything. It's no harm, no foul on you or anything like that, but there's something not right down there, dude, and I honestly think you should see the town physician as soon as possible. And that's just as a friend.
I mean, it's not supposed to be purple and warty.
It also is not supposed to be able to be rolled up, and it also isn't supposed to be leathery like that. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to unravel there,
Like-
and I'm not saying that as a pun.
Like someone put Fix-A-Flat in a balloon animal. It's just been trickling out slowly.
Gross.
Oh,
That's what mine actually looks like. It's not funny.
yeah, I feel personally attacked. Anyway,
Yeah.
as
You're
you
describing it so well.
as you guys arrive back at the house, who's walking in first? How we doing this?
That's never a good question.
Yeah, remember all those times you said, "Man, shouldn't we have left somebody here?"
I will walk in first.
Excellent. As you walk up the steps, talking about Brommus's cock, you just do a quick double take as you realize the front door is slightly ajar.
Yeah, it looks like a purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Is the door open? Darakb, fly around the back.
Oh no.
Tell me if you can see anything.
It takes off. What do you do?
I slowly walk inside of the door.
All right. You guys trying to be stealthy or?
Yeah, stealthy and also trying to possibly not disrupt the crime scene with my weapon drawn as well.
So weapons are out?
I do, in fact, have my sword drawn.
Excellent. Everybody who goes in the front door, go ahead and roll perception for me.
I'm not gonna go through the front door.
What are you going to do?
As they go through the front door, I'm just gonna kind of take a step back and look at like the sides of the house. Like, do I see any lights on? Like, there's an upstairs, right?
Yeah, but it's noon.
So I can't tell. Like, I can't see anything through the windows. Like, are the curtains shut? Like, is everything like? Does anything look in disarray?
From the exterior, no. Seems similar to how you left it.
And there's a rear entrance.
Yes, by the kitchen.
So yeah, as the three of them go, I'll like stealth and try to walk around the rear of the house.
Okay. Let's get a stealth roll out of Valan and one out of Alafair before we proceed inward. All right, you guys can control
Like
yourselves.
Jason
Right?
Bourne.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it this way.
The door's over here. Like.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So as you enter the main hallway, immediately what takes your attention is the slew of various items that are strewn across the hallway. Vases, knocked off tables, portraits askew. The door to the study is pretty much exactly as you left it that morning. Nothing appears particularly out of place. Does anyone else want to roll perception?
I immediately head to where the journal is and search for the journal.
Where do you keep the journal? That's a good question. I hadn't thought of.
In the locked trunk, right?
I was gonna assume in the trunk that we found it in, right?
Mhm.
Didn't we find it in like a?
Yeah, you guys have
Yeah.
the only key.
Yeah.
Okay. You sort of like stealthily rush over to the box. As you open it up, it's still in there along with the other illicit books. Doesn't seem like anything's out of place.
I peek through the doors, recognize that he's found the journal and it's in there, and I head upstairs to look for Petra's daughter.
All right, hold on one sec, because I misread.
Yeah.
I misread a couple rolls. I didn't see. Okay, so who else goes into the study? Anybody or no?
I'm hanging out around like
at
inside.
the door. Yeah.
Yeah, I
At
just
the
kind of
door.
peeked in the door. Yeah, I
Okay.
just kind of peeked in the door and saw him check the trunk. I noticed it was there.
I don't know if it's gonna matter, but I'm bending around this corner to see if I see anything on the back side of the house. Like, I haven't looked in yet. Or
No, the
made my way in.
backyard appears clear and the door appears shut, undisturbed. It's a pretty simple swing door with like a half, like the top half is a window.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little rickety wood door. Widegrowl, on the mantle above the fireplace is a portrait of Petros in his 40s. And you notice that nailed about here is an envelope. And I mean like nailed with a heavy duty object. It's like a folded envelope.
I'm gonna whisper to Valen. I'm gonna point to the envelope because I'm still hanging out by the door.
I see the envelope, and I slowly make my way over and try and remove the envelope.
All right. Yeah, it comes down easy at a touch.
I open the envelope to reveal its contents.
Hold on one moment. All right. I DM'd it to you. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Oh boy.
At this point, I'm probably like at the foot of the stairs, heading up the stairs, looking for Petro's daughter.
Okay. As you're passing the sitting room, the first thing that catches your eye is that the couch that's nominally like there's a big couch here is like askew. It's at an angle. It's like been slid out of place, and several other things in the room. Like there's a tea table that's been knocked over, a few others.
I read the contents to John. I'm gonna DM them to him.
Okay. Yeah, I assume you like whisper it to him. Brommus, at the base of the staircase, you see the ripped frills of what looks like the train of one of Kendra's dresses, like the lower part, those sort of Victorian era, like really ornate, stupid dresses. Like it was been torn off or stepped on or something.
As I see it, I yell, "Kendra! Kendra!"
Okay.
Can we hear that?
Roll perception. Are you like yelling it?
Yelling it, yeah, yelling at top of my lungs as I'm running upstairs.
Yeah, you guys hear it.
When I hear that, I burst in the back door and see Brommus and like start chasing him.
Okay.
I start running up the hallway to get to the stairs.
Halfway up the staircase is a single torn velvet glove, like one of the full wrist ones. Are you guys? Did you abandon all pretense of stealth? You're hauling ass up there.
Yeah, we're hauling ass.
Okay.
Or I at least am.
Yeah.
When you
Wait, did we see someone up there?
No, I'm looking for Petros' daughter, who's supposed to be here.
Oh, so you didn't see anyone?
No,
Okay.
I just saw her ripped clothing and her ripped glove.
I start looking around in this room, see if I see anything.
it's just the storage closet as you guys left it.
Damn.
You know, it's dark. It's pretty much
I go back.
nothing.
I'll go back
nothing
to
out
the
of the
sitting
ordinary.
room.
Everybody who's at the top of the staircase, go ahead, roll perception again. 14, 15. Okay. Valan, you hear muffled shouting and the sounds of violence from behind the door. What sounds like several footsteps or several sets of footsteps in a struggle. You hear Darakb frantically attempting to make noise outside the window.
I kick the door in.
As the door bursts open, you find Kendra on top of a man, riding like the carriage is careening down the mountainside. As they see you, the man rolls the two of them off the bed and springs to his feet, dagger drawn and stark naked, save a pendant made of essentially antlers in the shape of a bow with a drawn arrow. Back, ruffian! Any man who dares lay a hand upon her will lose it. I swear by old Deadeye.
Sorry.
A few moments later, Kendra stands up, covered by a sheet. Obviously red-faced. Gentlemen, meet
We
meet Lucinian, my beloved. Gentlemen. Ah, indeed, you must be friends of her father. He, where are my manners? He lowers the dagger and walks up and tries to shake your hands.
Say,
I
put
shake
your
his
hand
hand.
away, clean yourself up. We have a mission to go on tonight.
Right.
I shake his hand.
Lucinian Galdana at your service. Shakes your hand firmly. Looks you in the eye as he does it.
I say, hell of a handshake you got there.
Thanks. Everyone who's up there, roll local or nobility when he says his name.
Oh, come on.
You could roll both. Okay. All right. Let me show you what he looks like first.
Is his dick gonna be out in the pic?
I wish.
Total Chad.
Oh, no, I got the wrong tool on. Obviously,
Oh,
not
what a
clothed.
hunk.
Indeed.
God damn it, I can't.
Valan, Alafair, both of you know that this is Count Lucinian Galdana, the ruler of Amons, which is a county to the east. Basically like a state, you know.
Yeah.
He is pretty well known as like a champion of the people. He's a hunter's hunter. He's more at home in the woods than he is at court. Generally pretty well liked across the board.
I say, how goes it in Amon?
Ah, well, you know, it's a good season this year. It's been good. It's tough all over, I hear, but we get by.
He's just standing there
Oh.
butt naked talking to us.
Absolutely, like hands on hip, like fucking just
Yeah.
jamming
So
out.
proud of himself. Yeah.
Throw of the hunt, huh?
Of course.
Listen, I'll come back later. Let you finish your business. Or you come down and see us. I have a question to ask you.
Excellent.
Enjoy yourself. And I smack him on the ass.
She's just like, whoa. Yes. Questions. Best served once I located my trousers somewhere around. Yes, thank you. And he like gestures to Widegrowl as they're like right next to him on the ground. If you would.
I pick him up, and then as he's about to grab him, I just oops, and I walk out.
Damn.
I
Hitting
go
on his
back down.
girl.
I go back downstairs and I go in the study. Go hang out.
All right. They situate themselves. Brommus, you recognize that pendant he was wearing is a symbol of Erastil too.
Erasni?
No, Erastil, the
Erasni.
god of the hunt. So
I'm gonna
they'll
try and get this guy to come with us.
they'll walk downstairs and meet you guys in the sitting room. And Kendra's just sitting there, absolutely red faced, just yep, There's just not really talking, not really saying anything. But Galdana will walk around and he'll go, I've heard a great deal about you all, though I must say, never mind. You must be Widegrowl. And he goes to shake your hand. He says, I met your mother a long time ago, you know. She was, we worked together as part of a posse chasing this horrible creature. It was called a Wendigo. It's wreaking havoc in the western counties. It was a hell of a warrior, and he just, you know, was pretty earnest about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Master Ermiel, I take it. He kind of goes back and shakes Valen's hand again. He says, I rather like the striking haircut. Is that the fashion in Keonan these days?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, I like to keep cutting edge in my styles and stuff, and you know, I'm really a trendsetter when it comes to the Keonian fashion industry.
Stylish. I like it. He'll turn
Let's
to
cut to
Kendra.
the chase, big dog. I like your bark.
Excellent.
we we have a mission of sorts tonight, and we're wondering if you'd lend your bow.
No. And he'll turn and look right at Kendra and he'll say, "We'll have to visit Beriani Forest one day. You and I, taking the beauty of the place. It's always been a dream of mine since I was small. These elves, they cut right to the chase. I like it. Men of action. Ah! Alafair, the cunning detective. He'll go to shake your hand too. Good to finally meet you. I've long wanted to shake the hand of the man who rescued Countess Livgrace from all that unpleasantness in Carcow. He's my cousin on my mother's side, you know. He's just like yapping as he shakes your hand. You're
As when he says I want to shake the hand of the man, I kind of reach out with my hand I usually shake with and realize it's not mine, and switch and give him my actual hand.
on your actual hand. You are not wearing that ring, correct?
No,
He'll
because the other one took it. The hand took it off, and remember.
no, not the
Oh
not the
yeah,
signet ring, the other ring.
I would be on that hand. Yeah.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
he'll eye the ring on your left hand and smirk, and he'll say, "And since you married that other cousin of mine, I guess that makes us family. You know, she always had a thing for dark, mysterious Varisians. You and Bassia must come visit. Anytime, as long as you like. Is she still skulking about with those Pathfinder swords? No, it's all hush-hush. Never mind. Master Brommus!" And he'll just turn away from you. "A fellow hunter, man after my own heart." And he'll look at the bow. Go, "That is an impressive instrument. Bone with an integrated pipe. Exquisite. We simply must venture out sometime." Yes. What were you saying, Valan?
Did he answer me about
He said-
lending his bow?
He said no, like straight up.
He said no, and then talked a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Not shit, but
What do I say about what?
Well, it's your show, gentlemen. I don't know.
Thank you.
I just asked you about our show, and
It
you said
seemed-
no.
It seemed you caught us flat-footed earlier. I'm scrambling.
Why don't you go back to being flat-footed, my friend?
The ladies
I'll
present,
ask-
please. Go on.
Why are you
So-
here?
To visit my fiance. She didn't tell
So
you
if
I
you
was
aren't
coming?
gonna join us, no, she didn't. And we have a mission to attend to. There's been some serious business going on in this town, and if you're not here to help us with our mission, then I have no business with you.
I'll interject. And has she told you what's going on?
Have you guys told her what's going on?
I
She
assume
lives in-
she
she
knew,
lives in this town.
but she doesn't really know that we're like protecting her from something specific
Not really, no.
or what's going on at all.
She might know the
But
town gossip element of it, the same that the other townspeople know, but
I'll say that out loud though, like assuming that she knew.
that I knew what?
That
I'll look
there's going to
around
be a
and, like-
festival tomorrow in our name to name us sheriffs of this town.
That's news to me.
I'll take
Yeah,
that
you
as
should
like
come.
a weight off. Like I thought I was about to have to explain to her what was going on, but good save.
Nice.
Yeah, you should come.
I mean, do we want to keep her in the dark? I feel
Yeah,
like
I think that we do.
I feel
I
like
don't-
letting her know would at least alert the people around her, and like maybe this guy might stick
I
around.
think we
if
should
he
only.
knows.
I think we should only let her know, though. Not this guy. This guy seems like a douche.
I feel like if
That's
we tell her,
Ganesh.
she's gonna tell him.
This guy seems like a regular, Greg Budaris.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I didn't get through a football so far in 6th grade.
I mean, what do you guys think? Should we like pull her to a side and talk to her and like secure the house and be like, hey, like, did you
That
know
guy,
this
that
is
guy
why we're all
definitely
here?
went. That guy definitely went to John Carroll.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Varsity on his
What do-
jacket.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we tell her what's been going on?
Oh, I
I
kinda
think
feel
we
like
should.
Yeah. I think what we.
I
We're
think on our
investigating her father's death.
on our way out before we leave
Well-
for Harrowstone, we'll fill her in on why
Well,
we're
I-
leaving.
Well, I think in that moment we'll ask. What's his name
Let's
again? I'm sorry.
let's ask her for a let's
Aldana.
ask him for a moment of
Justinian?
Kendra's time alone. We have
Yeah.
some affairs to tend to in regards to Petros's will.
Yeah, FYI, he knows that you guys are accusers.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, that's fine.
he's like the equivalent of a congressman or like a governor or something. So it's not like retarded. And obviously, rumors about you guys were persistent back in the day, and you wifed up his cousin.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later.
Yeah, I didn't know you were married, Alafair. I didn't know you could love anything.
He loves me.
He
The
misses
ring is off and in my pocket.
already.
Yeah. Like as soon as he said something. Well, I think we should ask the guy to have a moment alone with her and tell her what's going on
Yeah.
and that she's in danger.
I step up to him and be like, I need a moment alone with Kendra, so I need you to step out.
Of course. Darling, there's an inn in town, right? I'll get us a room so we can have some privacy for the remainder of the week. Gentlemen, nice to meet you. Obviously, we'll catch up later. We kind of like blow her a kiss and walk out of the house.
I
See you later,
snatch the
coward.
kiss out of the air before it reaches her.
Roll
Can I-
perception. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I sense motive on him?
Yeah.
Like just to like do I trust this fucking guy? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean he's a douche, but only because
He's got a good mom.
he's sort of like, you get the sense he was almost having a go at you guys just because of how absurd the situation was that 4 armed men burst in through the door while he was banging his fiance.
Why do you gotta say it like that, man?
And he could take it in stride. He's pretty well regarded and pretty much he's like the people's champ kind of person. So he's not gonna get in your way or fuck with you or anything. Like I said, he's at least partially aware of who you guys are or were.
Has he left the room?
He's gone.
Kendra,
Yes.
first off, just want to say, I think you could do way better, and I'm kind of disappointed, and I think Petros would be too.
He's the one who introduced us.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but he introduced you guys to be friends. Let's be honest, and I'm just saying, I know Petros really well. We're good friends. You know that. And just being honest with you, just don't think that guy's right for you.
I have a letter where my father says there's strength in the blood. Never mind. You know what? Go on. Say what you were going to say.
Listen, your father said a lot of things. And, sometimes there are cryptic messages that kind of get you to think for your own. And let's just say it doesn't seem like you did on this one. Swing and a miss.
Right. One of us has 19 int. The other one does not. Anyway.
I'll say, Kendra, speaking of your father, that's why we're still here. Have you wondered why we've stuck around?
Well, it was stipulated in the will. No.
Did you think about why?
Well, I mean, you worked for the man for God knows how many years. I'm not stupid. I know what he did. I assume it
just
was his way of feeling secure. after he passed, to make sure I was looked after.
As she says that, I'll put both my hands on her shoulders and just say, when he passed, might have not been what we think.
What do you mean?
I'll kind of take my hands from her shoulders up to like the sides of her neck, like under her ears, and I'll message her like all of the diary verses that we've read and like the scene that we kind of painted of his death and him being bludgeoned instead of accidentally hit.
At first, she looks incredibly sad. Like goes from alarmed to sad to worried to absolutely furious. And she pushes you away. She goes, "You exhumed my father without my permission. Get the fuck out of my house." Never mind. And she gets up and she storms out and walks after Lucinian.
I'll grab her wrist
Oh boy. Okay.
and turn her around. Can I roll diplomacy?
Sure.
Ugh.
I'll just roll. Yes, roll the
Kendra-
one. This is too much to process. I need time. I understand what you did was done with the best of intentions and what my father may have said. I believe
Kendra.
you. I need.
I say, Kendra, we loved your father as you did.
I'll also stop her and be like, you don't understand. You're in danger.
Fiance is a 14th level hunter. I mean, what do you mean in danger?
And a bitch.
Maybe.
Someone
is
we
way
didn't know
smaller than
here.
mine.
Yeah. Just someone
He's
we
not
didn't
packing
know
a fruit
here.
roll up.
We just need to be aware of what's going on.
I haven't had time to tell you. You've been sneaking out in the middle of the night doing God knows what for days now.
I know. I just,
Breaking into cemeteries, doing drugs.
so we're on the same page is all. And I'll kind of just turn my back to her.
Yes, fair enough. I'll be quite safe with him. He's a head of state, for God's sakes. It's not like he doesn't have security. If it makes you feel better, I guess we can, I don't know, liaise in the mornings. You could come to the hotel. Or I'll come to the house. You're welcome to stay in the study. She looks at Widegrowl.
I'm like looking off at the wall.
It's a lot to process at once.
You're telling me.
Good day, gentlemen. She walks off.
Well, that went well.
Thought you needed to know.
I agree.
Thought it's best she knows too. Maybe after some time, her thinking about it, she'll come to her senses.
Perhaps. You guys gonna
Well,
tell?
Now,
You guys gonna tell the
Well-
other guys about the note?
did you guys
yeah.
find
Guys?
anything else?
Guys, you want the good news first or the bad news first?
I want all of the news.
news about what?
You gotta pick the good news or the bad news.
Bad news.
All right. The bad news is that me and Widegrowl found a letter stuck to Petros's portrait in the study, nailed into it with a very firm nail. And it says, and I pull out the letter, "Give up your inquiries, which are completely useless, and consider these words a final warning. We hope, for your own good, that this will be sufficient."
You got the note in
Any good
hand?
news?
The good news is, Widegrowl, You have a much larger cock than Lucian.
Roll 1d100.
Thanks.
Let's see if that's true.
Oh,
50 and below. It's true.
no wonder. No wonder he has it all. He can hunt. He has. I have the. I don't even have the orc side for my dick. I'm just tall. Got a normal. Oh no. Oh no. I'm very distraught by
So
this
listen,
news.
guys.
Make a sanity check. I'm kidding.
Someone was willing to break in here and put this there. You know what that means, right? It means that they're actually scared of what we're doing. For them to go through that amount of effort to put that up there. I mean,
They also know where we are.
It means that someone was in here.
it does mean that. I agree.
Roll
Thought we already
sense motive,
established
Yeah,
that.
I'm just saying that's like
All of you.
crazy.
After
What?
you guys say that out loud, all four of you roll sense motive.
That is a natural 20.
Indeed it is. All right, so all of you realize what Valan said is true. There is an element that you wouldn't get, well, use a real life aphorism. The flak is always the thickest when you're over the target. Right? They wouldn't be sending these kind of letters, whoever it is, if they weren't at least worried about your involvement or progress. Alafair, you realize there's Valan too. You realize, you know, from Dirty War School that you guys were at for a little while and such. There's an element of we can get to you whenever we want in sending a message like this too. But Valan, as you're putting all these pieces together, looking across the hall and looking at the nails still stuck in the portrait, you hold the letter up and you realize it's almost exactly aligned to the same spot that whatever stone was brought down on his head. Very deliberate.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, guys. Go ahead and check this out. And I show them.
It's immediately apparent once you show them, like 1-to-1, dead on.
So they know that we're onto them. They're sweating it a little bit. They want to let us know that they can get to us at any time. And, you know,
Well, let's go get to them first.
I like your style, Brommy.
Roll perception.
As I pull out,
Since you
I
have
pull
the
out a
since you have the
silver
letter
arrow.
out. Go on. Wow.
Crippy.
Not to fuck up your flow, Josh. Valan, the envelope has an extremely distinct corpse stench to it. You've been around a lot of dead bodies, and that is what this shit smells like.
Also, boys, I think Brommus' dick was around this envelope at some point. I make that joke and then I tell them it smells like a dead body.
Wonderful. All right. Josh, you were saying something about Silver Arrow?
So I said let's go get them before they get us, and I took out a silver arrow and like waved it aggressively, you know.
Let's go get them, dude. Fuck these motherfuckers.
All right.
I'm pissed, dude.
As soon as night falls, we make for Harrowstone Prison.
Yeah, we're like getting like battle ready, dude. Like in
Yeah.
the scene
I
in
put-
Helm's
I-
Deep when everyone's
I
like
put my
fucking
hand in.
hammering their
Yeah, so it
Quack.
just goes
Quack.
straight up and it goes straight up into a montage of us just
Sharpening
getting
our
ready to
blades.
Like
just
sharpening
fuck each other
my
up.
axe. Yeah.
I mean, we got to get a buff for that, obviously, for taking care of our weapons.
Druck was
There we
just like curb stomping the dirt outside, like practicing.
Practicing.
Now he's got a fucking like cat tower.
Yeah,
He's like,
like- the
Sharpening his
neighbor
claws.
is just watching this bird tear his fence up. Like,
yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
And
Let's go get
it's
these
just
fucks.
dun 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 dun.
That pissed me off, man. I'm ready.
I'm ready to kill something.
all right.
You guys think I should lay traps in the house before we leave?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me repost what was in the trunk in general too, just in case you guys
Yeah.
want to take some gear.
I've taken all the arrows and one of everything else that.
Yeah, not from the
theirs.
cache. I mean the thing you got from the accusers. The other
Yeah.
thing.
I'll take the rope.
All
Oh,
right.
that one.
What's the Rager's Aid?
It's the
I
thing
already
that-
took the spyglass.
Yeah, I remember that, and the
that's all I
notebooks
need.
and the
Yeah.
daggers and stuff. But
Can I use the protection from evil potion?
yes, it scrolls. The thing is, if a spell is not on your list and you try to use a scroll or a wand, the UMD check is fucking outrageous. It's basically like 30. So if it's a potion, it's fine, but if it's a scroll, it's really, really difficult.
I'm also gonna take the spyglass.
No, Brommus
already
already
have
has a
it.
spyglass.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take the 10 feet of chain then.
All right.
Come on, Jared. You know I'm the spyglass boy.
+2 AC.
Oh yeah,
+2
you've used it a bunch of
saves.
times.
Hang on, Jared. Let me set that buff up for the potion real quick. Oh, I already put it on there. Never mind. Duh. Okay.
I'm just
Alright.
grabbing the rope and the padlocks.
You guys got the potions and stuff, David? All right.
And what's the Rager's Aid?
It's what staves off fatigue, so
It's for you, baby.
it pushes it
Yeah.
back so that you're not fatigued afterwards, and then dumps it all at once.
Yeah, I'll take one of those.
All right.
yeah. It sounds like something.
Yeah.
I could take that. I
Night falls.
mean, as we're about to leave, I'm like checking over Valen's armor, like tightening the straps, like patting down his shoulder pads, like bumping him on the chest.
Rolling your little meetup.
Going over to Widegrowl,
Ouch.
checking him out.
You dose them all with DMT again.
I just rally everybody together and I say, clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
Hell yeah. I'm focused. I'm like dialed in.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting in the corner like I got my headphones in before a basketball game. You know?
I'm like hitting my chest with my axe.
Uh.
Just like ready for war.
I'm just kind of stoking the fire.
I'll take a shot.
You guys are
IRL.
You guys are over here. Harrowstone is several miles to the south.
We make way.
Send it. It takes 30 to 50 minutes, depending on what your pace is, and if you're trying to be stealthy or straight up war party it.
I think we'd
It's-
get stealthy as we got close.
Yeah, I'd say as we
Yeah.
get closer, we get off the main road and maybe, take a more favorable stealthier route. as
But
we get
as we're
closer.
moving through town, actually, that's crazy that we're probably being watched. I mean, whatever, they know we're coming, I feel like.
I mean, there's like plenty
But
of
maybe
people
they
on the
don't.
street that are
Ah,
like,
fuck.
ah,
I forgot to set
Ah.
traps.
as they see you. We can hand wave and say you did.
There's nothing really left there though for him. I mean,
You guys had several hours to prepare, so if you
Well,
wanted to put traps down,
she's
you
not
could.
even
okay, all right,
she's
all right.
not even she's not
I
even staying
also
there.
I didn't mention it, but I put a potion in my my sheath.
Okay. All right. You arrive.
Oh shit!
There's a barren hill to the south of the city. Looming overhead is the stone ruins of the once thriving prison, whose sagging roof is still visible from a gap in the crumbling walls surrounding the grounds. A sagging wood and metal gate set between a pair of stone guard towers that once barred the entrance. I fucked that sentence up, but the gates now hang open, negligently, creaking in the winds that run along its ruined bars. The stone wall surrounding the prison is 20 feet high and approximately 8 feet across. What do you do, gentlemen?
Is the wall open where these boulders are?
Open-ish. It's crossable. Take a few moments. You could.
But
You could.
that's water though, right?
Correct. This is a lake
Yeah,
or pond.
but right here we can.
Oh yeah.
Might just be able to push open the gate too. It's old and rusty, right?
Yeah, but
I don't
Can I?
want to go into
I-
the front.
Can I
Yeah,
roll
I don't-
perception?
I think we should get a little stealthy here.
Can I roll perception with my spyglass?
On what specifically?
Just to the area in past the gate to see if I can see anything. Because like this area, I'm looking for like the area where Petros died.
Okay. Based on the description you
Essentially.
got from Chandra and the sheriff, you know that
Oh.
it's essentially right here. I don't know if you can see that X or not.
where all those
Okay.
boulders are though.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
yeah,
before
right there.
before we make our entrance, I'm just trying to like make a
What-
perception check,
what-
and I know it's far away.
What you see is this entire little U-shaped alcove here is a balcony above the main doors. This is the main entrance right here. The little ramp. And there's doors underneath. This is a balcony that leads to the second story. This is the second story. This is the second story. There's a small manor house over here, several trees, several guard towers. But based on the description you got, this is the wall that Petros was allegedly climbing when the gargoyle fell off the roof and struck him in the head. Stone gargoyle.
Which one? Can you ping it again?
Right.
Okay.
Where the rubble is, as Blake said.
All right. How do we want to make our entrance, boys?
I
Probably
say we
through the side here.
I
I
say
would
we
imagine.
go in through there and maybe
Try to see if
sneak
there's
around the
another
perimeter.
entrance.
Take these
Yeah.
stairs over here.
I like that idea.
All right.
Is this water transversible?
It's hard to tell from far away.
I'm assuming we're all like here against this wall. I'll try to stealth from like here to the bush to this bush and get a closer look to see if I see another entrance.
Okay. Remember that you're here to map the grounds and scout the area first, not necessarily like
Mm-hmm.
full tilt.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, it's just Samira 2-2.
Should I roll stealth?
Yeah, let's get the stealth roll first. Ooh. All right. Gentlemen, do you follow him?
yeah, I'm gonna
Do-
follow.
Yeah.
Do I
Yeah,
see
we-
anything first?
You're the
Or
first
I roll
one.
perception?
You're the first one over the wall, right?
I would also like
Yeah.
to stealth.
But you guys can share his roll.
Okay.
Okay, good. Then I'll follow.
Yeah. Okay. As you traverse the rubble, Alafair, and everyone follows suit, go ahead and make a climb check for me. Or acrobatics. Let's do acrobatics. I think that's better. It's not exactly stable.
Oh,
You get to the top and sort of stumble and slide down rather noisily.
with the 24 stealth.
I'd say you could stealth afterwards probably, but
Yeah,
you know
I gotcha.
the sound of raining gravel echoes through these, you know, walls that
Okay.
remain.
Okay. I was like, God damn it.
Let's get acro from the rest of you guys too, going over.
Huh.
Oh my. Widegrowl and Brommus, you guys are able to just smoothly traverse. Valan, kind of same thing. You get to the top and you lose your footing for a split second, sort of slide down roughly.
Can I turn around and grab him before he falls a little bit?
Make a reflex save. Oof. You almost catch him, but he slips through.
No.
If he didn't have armor on, he might be light enough, you know what I mean? But it just adjusted his momentum slightly. Down he went. Alafair, as the first one on the grounds, you experience a sudden rush of claustrophobia and a split-second sensation your skin is on fire. Make a will save for me.
That's not good.
Oh my god. Roll 2d4. You are shaken for 4 minutes.
That's good.
Indeed.
Can I have a Darakb fly and stealth, and, like fly around the prison?
Absolutely. So you
See if it
stealth
sees
roll
anything.
first. Uh-huh. He makes a flight. Nothing immediate catches his eye. Once you guys are in the complex too, you're able to see here and here particularly. On the top of each of those walls in those spots is a crumbling stone tower about 10 feet above the wall beneath it. As Darakb completes his circuit, he doesn't see anything moving, at least on the grounds. You keep him up there?
Can I have him? Is this here like a tower kind of thing? Why is it not hanging?
These?
No, the middle of the building.
That?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna have him fly to the top of that. Keep a lookout.
Okay.
See if he sees anything.
All right. There he will remain. Valan. The
Yes,
second
sir.
your foot touches the ground at the base of the rock pile, you begin to hear a persistent, quiet whisper and a tingling at the back of your skull. Make a will save for me.
Chase, turn your noise suppression off.
I
Yeah, turn
can't.
the noise gate off.
It's part of a filter. It'll be in the actual recording. It's not a Discord
Oh,
thing. It's
man.
you hear like an ethereal whispering. Just barely below registered perception. Like you know something's there, but there's nothing.
Yikes.
The key. Where do you keep the key, by the way? Valan.
I have a little satchel in the front.
It starts to vibrate.
What the
Key to
fuck?
the key to the chest at Petros.
No, the key,
No, I have.
the magic item key that he has.
Oh.
Make a sanity check for me. Okay, that passes. Hold on. Gentlemen, what do you do?
Guys, my key is vibrating. The one Petros gave me.
Does that mean the
I'll
lock
step-
is
I'll
close
step-
by?
I'll notice that they've both like gone through something, him and Alafair, and I'll step in front and I'll see if I can recognize that gargoyle still on the ground that killed Petros.
Oh, it's there. Tipped on its side, gore stained underneath. Do you approach?
I'm gonna. I would like to cast detect magic.
Okay.
You want me to click it?
Other than the four of you, particularly the items that you carry, there's nothing. It's quiet.
Say we move forward.
As I see Brommus start to approach the statue, I'll approach it with him. Still kind of like trying to run like bush to bush and basically not be in sight of anyone that would be up here.
Okay.
And I'm kind of following slowly behind him.
I'd say with the 24, you're able to do so. You know, one at a time. As you get closer to the house, Valan, since detect magic lasts a little while, you sense something towards the back, like deep within the house or the structure itself.
Guys, we should check the house. I detected magic in it.
Before you say that again, you hear that Valan. Make another will save. As that incoherent whispering at the back of your skull rips out again.
When he's making a will save, are we like seeing him like react in any kind of way?
Make a perception check. Valan, make a sanity check as well.
Yeah, I'll roll perception too.
Valen's going through it here.
Oh, I guess I won't roll perception.
Oh, Brommus, you definitely see. Yeah, that passes too, I believe, right? What's your sanity right now, Jared?
I think it's like 80 something.
80 something? Yeah. Okay, you're good.
Me noticing Valen's like kind of going through something and being a little concerned. I pull the vase that I used earlier from Petros' house to the front of my satchel, and I just start shooting water out of my hands into this vase. And then I start shooting water in the air and let the water fall over top of me and then threw the vase up in the air. And I cast ice armor.
Excellent. As the water falls down around you, it crystallizes and begins to turn solid into a mimicry of a metal breastplate form-fitted to your very stout 4-foot something form.
What the fuck is going on?
I become like an ice dwarf.
While all that's happening, I've just been kind of staring at Petros's, unofficial grave, where he actually died, and I'm staring at it's like a gargoyle, right? Like a whole statue. It wasn't just like a boulder that
Yeah,
fell on him.
it's a pretty large, like maybe for reference, 2 feet wide by 3 or 4 feet tall almost.
So I'll just kind of like examine the area. I'm looking up here. I'm looking like to see if there's like signs of foul play. Like I'm trying to understand like.
So there's another gargoyle that fell off over here. Like imagine each of these was a statue. There's just base rubble from the wall itself that's fallen down in front of it. You'd have to make specific checks when you're closer if you want to know more than that.
I would say that I'm like, there's something in the back of my head from something that happened recently, and I don't know why. But I'm just like, I can't leave this place without knowing what happened. I need to know. And I'll just stand up and start walking deliberately towards it.
Okay. Make a perception check when you get close. Oh, even with shaken. Good lord. You can take that off now. There's a quiet reverence. This is it. You know, with a bone deep certainty, this is where he died. You look at the statue, you look at the one that remains up above, perched, contemplative like that. You look at the other that had broken off to the right of you. You look back at the gargoyle that killed your friend. And you look at the one on the ground to the right of you. You look across where another gargoyle has fallen off on the other side. Back to the one that killed Petros. The statue to your right and the statue across the way both have jagged, uneven breaks. The statue you're standing in front of is a perfectly square, clean cut where it was severed from the base up above. And is laying on its side as opposed to have been violently fallen to its side like the others did. Definitively manipulated.
But by who?
Or what?
I'll look at the backside where it was cut. And I'll look at the front where all his gore is and see if there's any information I can pull at all. Like anything that'll give me any hint, like I'm getting obsessed with it,
Make an Arcana roll. There's no spell you know of that can cut solid granite with that degree of precision.
I'll just like worryingly look over at the others. Guys.
I'll make my way over there.
Like, do we understand what he's getting at, or try to make a perception check?
I think you
guys are kind of far away.
If you walk over.
No, I'm kind of right around you. I
fucking-
just have my guy over there because I've been like kind of following you.
I'm connected to you in squares. I think I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this was a frame job.
Yeah. What we thought to be true is now known.
Is it possible to find out how the stone was cut so perfectly?
The rest of you can try rolling Arcana.
Yeah.
It's Arcana. Arcana. Let's let Big Daddy Arcana. Never mind. Never
Papa
mind. Never mind.
Widegrowl. 2 words. Magic weapon. Not too
Okay.
dissimilar to what Valan can do.
Okay.
I need to know more.
Ah,
Valan,
Well-
as this is taking place, the key is rattling incessantly in the pouch, almost tugging you to your left. As again, this time clearly, in a voice you recognize, you hear, Valan! A female voice, a woman's voice, Dahlia's voice.
I shake my head. I say, guys, I have to go inside that house.
Make a will
There's
save.
something in there.
And make a sanity check. Oh my. Holding it together. Do you take the key out by chance?
Yeah, I showed them the key.
It immediately, like a dowsing rod, like points in the direction, and you feel the pull.
Points in the direction of the house.
Yes.
I just start following the key.
As you get closer, the voices become more coherent. At first, it's just Dahlia's, but it resolves into a chorus. It gets louder and more voices, familiar and disturbing, all calling your name, till it becomes a cacophony, almost drowning out what the others are saying. Do you enter the house?
I do. I'm almost in like a trance.
As you step inside, your vision flashes, and for a second, everything is on fire. Everyone around you is screaming. Your village burning. You snap back. You're inside the dusty, disheveled, and well-looted abandoned mansion used to sit on the grounds. The key vibrates and thrums and points to the center of the room.
Follow the key.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like chasing after him, trying to get him to stop. Like, Valan!
At this point, I have my bow drawn
Yeah, I took my sword out.
and an arrow in the.
It's almost like
Whatever
I
you call it.
can't even hear them, and I'm just in a trance.
You over the sound of the voices, you can't. Alafair, how close are you to the house itself?
I'm wherever Valan is. I'm like tugging on his shirt, trying to get him to come back.
All right. Need the pair of you to make a reflex save.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not good.
Yeah, it's very not good. As you attempt to follow him into the structure, there's a loud snap as the main support timber collapses and the house comes down around the two of you. Alafair, you manage to fling out at the last second, not before getting hit with one of the struts. Take 1d6 points of non-lethal damage as Valan is buried under the rubble.
Is that your roll or my
You
roll?
mean you mean the opposite, right?
No.
A Valen got buried.
Mm-hmm. It's your roll. Like,
Oh, 1d6, but whatever.
Whatever. 1 point's fine. Just got you.
So Valen's buried?
The house is pancaked.
I'll just scream for the others and be like, Valen! And start chucking stones off.
Yeah,
I run over and start helping.
him.
Make a perception check. All of you.
Oh fuck.
Drachma 2.
Mhm.
Oh boy. That might have been too loud.
The 4 of you, as in the 3 of you and the bird. Well, let's start with the 3 of you first. As you frantically comb through what little bit of the rubble you can, trying to lift beams or move things around, there's no trace of the man. There's no trace of the house other than the debris from the ceiling as it collapsed. All 4 of you hear from behind a slow, sarcastic clapping as a figure emerges on the balcony, cloaked. And then there were 3. You were warned, and yet you chose to persist. Now you will learn that actions have consequences, as Lorimer had to learn. He steps forward and lowers the hood. Let me show you what he looks like real quick.
Valen dead?
Oops.
Holy fuck.
Oh, that's not good. That's really bad.
As he lowers the hood, you see the emaciated ghoul-like figure, armored in the livery of an unholy cleric. Would you 3 kindly roll religion for me?
My roll 20 is so laggy.
Alafair. You recognize the corpse fly pendant around its neck as the unholy symbol of the goddess of undeath and gluttony, Urgathoa, the Pallid Princess. In the moonlight, as he steps forward, you see him for what he really is. A ghast. A more advanced sort of ghoul. Too many teeth, and that horrid, permeating corpse stench. We flash back to Valen. Roll perception. Bear with me 1 sec. You come to, fumbling around in the pitch darkness. Takes a moment. Floor is wet, muddy. There's broken glass, shattered beams of wood, stone around you. Do you attempt to light the darkness in any way, or do you stay as is?
Yeah, I was about to ask you, is it dark? I'm gonna cast dancing lights.
As you do, timbers from above press in, barely allowing a half crouch in the room. You realize this is the remnants of some sort of wine cellar. Sort of scramble about on hand and knee, an awkward half crouch. Eventually, you find a difficult but passable way forward. As before, the key beckons you off into the darkness.
Follow the key.
You make your way through the dark cellar, coming to a twisted and cramped passage. You size it up and realize you'll only be able to crawl through if you leave your sword.
I leave my sword.
Oh boy.
I can't pull my sword out the other side.
It's 20, maybe 30 feet. Crawling inch by inch through the darkness of this confined tunnel of debris. As you push the dancing lights ahead of you, you see a door at the far side, clearly emblazoned with the Ermiel family crest in silver light, not too dissimilar to the portal in Petros' study. As the lights get closer, there's very clearly a lock.
I take the key and put it in the lock.
The moment the key enters, the voices reach a crescendo and die out the second you turn it. You open your eyes and find yourself in a tranquil void, standing on a chunk of broken rock with a lone plinth in the center. As you look around, it reminds you of a courtyard you often played in as a child back in Keonan. Small wooden two-tone masks, black and white, are carved into the architecture. Familiar. Make a religion roll for me.
Not liking this.
The mask, which you've seen once before, when you indirectly traveled to ancient Osirian thousands of years ago in the museum, is a symbol of Nethys, the god of magic. The key, now gone from your hand, floats above the plinth, flickering in appearance through various forms of keys from ages past, present, and future. The voice, powerful and singular, emanates through it. Brother. The force of it is overwhelming. Make a will save to see if you stay standing, as it passes through the very essence of your being. Oh. You rally, manage to hold your footing. Brother, you've come. We flash back to outside as the ghast haunts you once more. You will die here, but it will not be your end. I will allow you a place in my menagerie, and will even grant one of you the honor of inheriting the hunger, should you prove worthy. As he says that, 4 skeletons emerge, all pretense of stealth gone, making their way out of the lake and onto the grounds. They begin taking up positions to flank and surround you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck these skeletons up so bad.
He says,
Yeah, I mean,
on guard, and drops from the balcony.
oh fuck.
As we flash back
Wait.
to the void. You're gonna say something?
You gotta fight this guy too?
Did you think I was gonna make it easy for you? You're 4th level now, you're big boys. Valan, your consciousness flashes back. You flash to a journey between stars. Just a firefly in the belly of your mother as she's flung across the void through an Ayudara, an elf gate. You see a black and white presence reach out and gently caress her cheek, and you feel the power imbued into the thing which will become you. spark traces down her from the point where the black and white being touched her face, as the soul manifestation of you opens with 2 pairs of eyes. You flash once again to the alley outside Ambrosia, when the choice that changed your life forever was made, and you feel a part of that soul body give way just as the blade draws across Dahlia Oberdine's throat. There's another flash, and you sit in the cabin of a train, seated next to Petros and opposite Alafair, who's smugly perched with his feet up across the aisle. Petros whispers and touches your temple, and then Alafair's. And now, clearly, you see part of your soul body, part of that divine spark, riven off from the hole and float off into the Canterwall moors soundlessly. You see its journey. You see it look back as a colossal, horrific explosion ignites the night sky with the sound of 1,000,000 dead, leaving a greasy wheel in the space where a town once stood. You see it arrive, hungry, cold, and afraid, wandering into the entrance to Harrowstone. You see a blue-haired woman reach out and shelter you in the house. You see time pass. You feel every ounce of joy, of pain, of rage, and guilt from every kill, every loss that you felt when they happened over the years. You see Petros, old and haggard, burst into the house, wand drawn, finding the fragment of you. Do you see it, brother? We are, you and I, 2 corpses in one grave. I am purpose. I am your purpose. It shows you the future, the past, visions of Dahlia's life, of a burning village and dead, twisted women and children. It shows you the ambush in the River Kingdoms, and it shows you things that have not yet come to pass. You see blood flowing down beautiful, white marble steps under a full moon, of fighting fanged things with crimson eyes in the dark, back to back with Alafair. You see a portal to Keonin, and a looming and evil spire, thousands of feet in the air. You see Widegrowl's mangled, broken corpse on top of the tower, and a vile, unholy machine. With a gasp, you're wrenched back to the present, and in place of the key, a small, black and white sphere hovers above the plinth. Leaning against the base is a familiar sight. The sword of Petros Lorimer, practically begging you to be wielded. Blinking hard, your vision clears, and you find the sword in your hands. The sphere says, "Use me, brother. Use me and we can save them. Stop it before it's too late."
What? It's a spear?
No, it's a sphere. SPH.
A sphere.
Sorry. It's like a pulsating. You must
Katana.
Yeah,
use
it's like
me.
the thing. It's like the thing in Destiny that follows you.
I use the sphere.
Listen.
You accept?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
The sphere surges into the blade. Bear with me one moment. Flows down the once pristine, almost alabaster white sword that Petros used to carry, and becomes jet black, pure steel, the highest quality you've ever seen. The hilt has the key embedded in it. We flash back to the prison grounds as the doors to the main entrance burst open and Valan emerges, black blade in hand. Everyone roll initiative.
Gang, time to do this shit, boys.
Scared.
Oh wait.
No tracker.
Oh, okay. There we go. I clicked on my guy.
Oh,
From the top.
Make it drop.
start over.
Yeah.
Didn't add me.
Or you clicked on yourself?
The bird.
I know my roll
Yeah,
20 is being so
damn.
slow.
Dude, open it in a different browser. I can't open mine in Google Chrome anymore. It does the same thing.
It's the first time I've had issues. Maybe I need to delete my cookies or something. I don't know. Just like cookies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just like them too much.
So me and Darakb will share the 15.
Yep.
How do I make the temp 30 HP show?
You don't. I'll track that separate for the frost armor.
Okay.
30 HP?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Well, no, it doesn't
Tank
give him
promise.
like a 30 HP shield. It boosts his AC until it takes 30
Oh.
points of damage, and then it goes back.
Gotcha. That's crazy though.
Sorry,
So
all
it's
these
basically 30 HP.
tokens got unassigned.
10.
No, because I think if it clears your AC, it still hits you through the armor.
No, it has to hit to do the damage straight up.
Gotcha.
Okay, 16. How long do we have? We only got 15 minutes.
Yep.
But me and Darakb will share initiative, right?
Yes. We'll see you next week then.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah. Dude, look at this guy.